Well, we just pulled up. We'll give it a look. We got some rain. We had that incredibly dry spring, which basically kept me out of the fields. Plus, just the way the world's going, my heart's not in treasure hunting right now. It's hard to concentrate, and I know I should utilize it as a distraction, but failure to pay attention to the things that are going on aren't going to make them get better either. There's no logic that would lead you to believe that not talking about bad things is going to make them get better. Oh, I left that in my pocket. Probably ought to take that back. To keep the Kraken at bay when the neighbor dogs are out. Yeah, I've been overindulging. I don't drink anymore. I was never good at it. I'm not saying I won't drink. I'll have a few once in a while, but I'm not a wet blanket with that shit. But I can't get hammered because I get cray. But I've been overindulging with the weed. I've been just researching. People are chuckling. I say research. That's okay. Like, hey, you get all your information from YouTube. Why don't you read a book? What the fuck good is reading a book gonna do me? If they had YouTube back in the day, they never would have made books in the first place. Obviously, a video of I'll learn a lot better from a video format than. I mean, as long as you're interested, genuinely interested in what you're researching, it doesn't matter what medium you use to do your research. And of course, if you want truth, well, if you think that the truth comes from 3, 5, 9, 68, and 24, yeah, I'm dating myself there. And it's probably a regional thing too, but some of you might know what I'm talking about. Well, then you're just a fool if you think that that's where you're going to get real information in this day and age. Obviously, they own the media. There is very little investigative reporting going on. It's basically just repeat after me shit these days. The media is not what it was allegedly intentionally designed to be, which, it was investigative, and there's still a couple out there. Rob Wolchek. Check out Rob Wolchek. He's a good investigative reporter. To lighten it up a little bit. I don't want to sound like a... Look at that. I don't want to ramble about this shit. I'm starting to find stuff up here. So, I'll digress for now. The corn's looking good. The GMO corn that it is. Purple and pink and blue. Like neon seeds. If you look in videos, I don't know how many videos back, you'll see that seed. Don't look natural, that's for sure, because it isn't, obviously. Yeah, that's bark. There's the sky. It's real cloudy today. Some actual clouds. You see that last pic in that last video I posted? With all the memes and pics? Those are hardy, aren't they? I'm still going on them. Tasty. The heck is that? Once in a while I find a little pottery out here. I don't know what to think of that. Oh, can't really wipe it off either. It's porous. I'll put it in my pocket. Could be something they pitched in the fire. Yeah, I mean, chances are good. You know me, I don't care if it's broke. I mean, I do. I'd prefer it to be whole, but as long as it's an obvious piece of an arrowhead and it doesn't take any real imagination to point that out, well, then I'm happy with it. It's about finding, a basically lost civilization, killed off civilization. They all the ones that were here moved up to Canada or stayed here, and I don't think they were allowed to stay here. They weren't given the choice to stay here and live peacefully amongst the white eye like they had been doing. They were, you leave in advance of us getting there or you're gone. Butler's raids in Ananakwa and Unadilla. Look into it. That's where we are. Early colonial contact. I mean, when you think New England, you don't think New York, Southern Tier New York, but I mean, they were here in 1650. It's a pretty early area as far as white people being here. Obviously, this area, based on what I've found firsthand, look at that. Little rock hound into. I like that. I don't have any sort of pouch, so I'm not going to do too much rock hounding. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Indians. Who knows how long they were here? Who knows? You can speculate all you want. I don't mean I'm going to believe you. It's literally prehistory. Allegedly, the books that most people believe in should tell you that Columbus discovered this place. Even though there were hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people already here. So what does that mean? It means it's bullshit. 1492. Shortly after Copernican theory, the world got encompassed in complete bullshit around that time, and all the old technologies and methodologies and medicines were lost. People think that we're at the state of the art of everything right now. Well, the problem is we've never been more further removed from the truth than we are right now. The whisper down the hall. The story gets bastardized the longer it goes down the line. It definitely changes. And in this case, it doesn't change for the better for the average Joe. Anyone who talks holistic medicine or, anything like that has, I mean, I can say whatever I want because nobody gives a shit what I say. I have 170 followers and even less than that of Facebook friends. So at this point, it's just, in the wind. Who gives a shit? Now, if I were to ever try to get my shit together and be likable, what is that? Which I could be if I wanted to be. There's just so many assholes out there, it's hard for me to want to be likable. I'm grizzled and mean. There's another rock, Hounding Rock. I like that light color. I would imagine that's heat treated somehow. Super hot fire, so as not to deteriorate it, but to almost melt the outside of it and to change the coloration, oftentimes at least, of the outside of it as compared to the inside of it. You take a flake off of that after it had been treated, and it's going to be usually darker underneath. Like there's another piece. Like I said, this spot here, way over beyond that ridge, is huge piles of just heat treated flint cobble, river cobble everywhere, just laying out. How long? 11 minutes, holy shit. Alright, let me shut this off and try to find, I thought we might get lucky. Look at that one, that's definitely heat treated, look at that. You guys know that material right there. I mean, it's not a material from an outcropping, right? Or anyway, they don't do that around here. They didn't. It's just stuff from the river. It was the easiest source for everyone. The river, the Susquehanna River, is loaded with all kinds of agate and different cobbles. Look at that thing. See, that's busted off. Oh man, I want to get something good here. This is really good looking. Dark dirt, that rain we got. I don't see any footprints, just tractor tracks. There's another cow. Look at that blue inclusion on that. Oh, pocket's getting full. Alright, yeah, I was shutting it off, wasn't I? Okay, I will. Well, it took about 15 minutes, but I got over something here. I don't know if it's like an awl for poking like leather or something, or what. It's really sharp. It's definitely worked. See that edge? That's legit. So there's the first whatever. I'll get some stills of that. And then there's something right there. Probably just a flake, but we might as well pull it out. Good size flake. You get a good look at that material too in the sun. Sun just popped out. See that shiny graphite patina? You're not gonna have that on something. It's not a point anyway, so it's nobody's knocking flake to fake. I'm just saying you're only gonna have that patina on something that's anciently flaked, not new. All right, there's a good spot right here. Yeah, I'll turn it right back on. This rock here looked interesting, discolored, angry. I'm gonna take it home, wash it off, see what it looks like. Hey, got that one for the good pot. There's the ass of it. All right, turn it back on here in a minute, hopefully. I just took some more rocks in my empty coffee cup back. That's where we parked. And every time I've left it, I've been going this way so far. So after I dropped off the coffee cup, I said I'm gonna go this way. And I beelined out here, found a few good flake. I stepped there, I looked. Let's look together. There's no doubt that's a point. Woohoo! Right there's how she sat. Let me get a pic of that. I never got a pic of that last one, by the way. Let me get a still of that and we'll turn it on and plug it together. I didn't even do that yet. Alright, I got a couple stills of it. broke on the, looks like this side's broke off. Maybe it's been resharpened, reused. Nice. Yeah, I'll put that in the wash and we'll view it again. I'll turn it back on. That's as clean as she's gonna get. Sweet, on the board. Happy to have it. Let's try to find another something or other.